Mukurweini John Kaguchia amekamatwa na maafisa wa DCI na hivi sasa anazuiliwa katika makao makuu ya idara hiyo katika barabara ya Kiambu, na hivi sasa mawakili wake wanazungumza. Tuvuke moja kwa moja tusikilize wanachokisema.
We received a distress call because he was marooned at the offices of Royal Media Services, and he was not able to leave that place since yesterday. So he only managed to leave this morning when DCI officers came, stormed the studio, and brought him to DCI headquarters. Initially, they had told us that they are taking him to the Nairobi regional offices, only for them to divert and bring him here. So inside the DCI headquarters, we have two of our colleagues, Honorable Mureu and Degwanjiro, who have again been denied access to our client. So he's seated somewhere alone. No lawyer has accessed him. He has not received any advice. So he's isolated somewhere within the DCI headquarters. Then all these lawyers that you see here with me have been prevented from accessing the DCI offices to go and see our client, at least even to get instructions as to why he has been arrested. During his arrest, he was not told why he's being arrested. He was just told by an OCS, come, you are under arrest. Upon inquiry, he was not told why he's being arrested. But we have gathered from people here and there here at DCI headquarters that he's been arrested in relation to some political statements that he made in Kieni. I believe that is Nyeri County. And those remarks were made in local dialect, which is Kikuyu. And personally, and several other people have listened to it, and there's nothing wrong with that speech. Because Honorable Kaguchia only said that the party that he's supporting will look for votes to the last person. Even if you're hiding in your house, they will come and convince you to support the DCP party and DCP party candidates. What's the problem with that? Why would the government have a problem with a politician saying that he will not spare any vote? They will go and convince anybody, even that person who is hiding in their own house. So, if they really want to charge Honorable Kaguchia for any offense in relation to that, let them do it now. Let us go to Milimani, Kiambu, Kieni, Nyeri, whatever it is, Nyahururu, whichever court they want. But keeping him here, having detained him the whole night, the whole morning, and they are not telling us what the problem is. So that's wrong. It is unconstitutional, and they should take him to court, allow us at least to go and access him so that we can listen to him, and then we take the appropriate measures that follow after that. So with all these lawyers, maybe Honorable Maanzo?
Yes. I want to say that under Article 49, as soon as a person has been arrested, they have a right and access to their lawyer. Up to now, no lawyer has accessed Kaguchia. And again also, we want to call upon the law society that then the law should apply equally to all of us. The remarks suggested or alleged to have been made by Honorable Kaguchia are not worse than the remarks made by Hassan Omar nor Honorable Duale. And we are saying the law society should come in hard in this. We need everybody charged, if that's the way to go. I don't understand why Honorable Kaguchia is here at all in the first place. The remarks attributed to him may be investigated by NCIC, and that's a place you should have reported. But keeping him here, not charging him, not allowing him to access his lawyers is intimidating, and also within 24 hours then he should have been taken before a court of law. So we are really pleading with the DCI, if you really got nothing to do with him, release him. If you want to investigate him in future, also release him on bond. What is likely to be happening is they are preparing, an application under 36A of CPC, where the police have this habit of misusing the courts to detain people who should not be detained for a number of days. We think the right thing should happen to Honorable Kaguchia. He cannot run away from the police. It's not a flight case, and he's really ready to defend his remarks. But let Honorable Duale and Honorable Hassan Omar be arrested too and charged with the remarks I've made so far.
What time was he arrested?
Well, he was marooned since last night, but this morning he surrendered himself to police. Well, now they came in uniform and identified themselves. Last night there were vehicles without number plates, Subarus, about 70 officers hanging around, working in shifts, others who have covered their faces, and that's how he could not surrender himself to them. And therefore they kept vigil till morning when he surrendered himself to OSPD, who identified himself and was well uniformed, and you could see it's a police officer.
You have not managed to see him, you're saying, as his legal team. What is DCI telling you?
Well, I managed to talk to him on phone, and he says he's just kept somewhere and been told to wait there. But lawyer Degwa Jiru and Mureu are just at the reception. In fact, they're being told to go away, which is unconstitutional, and these are public offices financed by the public taxes. And therefore, it's their public offices. And any Kenyan should have access to that office and also be given an explanation as to what is happening. Otherwise, the DCI is failing in its duty. It is beginning to abuse the Constitution. And there is a recourse for that also. You know, when you detain someone like that, and when you act the way the DCI is acting, then we can file a constitutional reference. And Honorable Kaguchia can sue the DCI for damages, can sue individual officers, and can sue the director, himself, for this sort of inconvenience without following the law.
For the political remarks he's said to have said, has he been told what they amount to?
Well, he has not been told what they amount to, but to me they are just fair comments. It's a way of it's politics. He said we are going for every single vote. There's nothing wrong with that. Duale has called the Kikuyu community names. He should have resigned as a minister. He should have been charged. He's giving condition to the police. When he's summoned, he's giving conditions. That cannot happen. You know the responsibility of being a minister in this country. You cannot do it when you are attributed to crimes against humanity, to crimes against a community in this country.
Yeah. Thank you very much. My name is Phyllis Kamau. One of the lawyers representing Honorable Kaguchia. And the most unfortunate thing that has happened this morning is that lawyers have been stopped from going into the DCI offices. I have never seen this. We represent clients on a day-to-day. We are allowed inside. In fact, we are usually given parking inside, and we go in and we represent our clients. So when Honorable Kaguchia was brought in by the Subarus from Royal Media offices, they stopped us. In fact, were it not for how forceful Wakili is, they wouldn't even have gone in. So this is so unfortunate, and we are calling the Law Society of Kenya, we are calling the LSK president to come and stand with us, because the rights to legal representation, the rights of lawyers are even under threat. And if lawyers are threatened, if lawyers are stopped, what will happen to normal people? What we are seeing is a system of intimidation against members of parliament. This is Honorable Kaguchia. He's a member of parliament. His abode is known. His place is known. He can sleep in his house and be required to come and present himself at the DCI offices, if at all. We saw Honorable Kanini Kega's car being sprayed by guns. In fact, his car is still at the police station in Olkalau, yet to be released. Another member of parliament. What message is the government sending? The election calendar has started ticking. It's 12 months to the elections. And therefore, we need this government to guarantee free and fair processes. We do not want to see intimidation, police being misused, DCI being misused, because the message they are sending, if lawyers can be intimidated, if members of parliament can be intimidated, what happens to Wanjiko? An open person who just wants to exercise his freedom of choice and express his fair comment on political discourse, what is going to happen to them? The media is under attack. This is Royal Media Services. The last time we started seeing people being arrested from studio was years back, and when this president came in, one of the guarantees he said was freedom of expression and freedom of the media. Now starting to arrest people outside studio offices is actually intimidating leaders from going to now speak. Kidogo utakuwa unaogopa kwenda Inoro, because if you speak, maybe Subaru Stati will be waiting outside, and what is going to happen to you, maybe you will be abducted or not produced. So we are seeing an attack on freedom of the media, an attack on elected leaders and intimidation, an attack on lawyers and representation and constitutionalism. And therefore we cannot keep quiet. And we are calling on the Law Society of Kenya to speak clearly, to write clearly to the right offices, and to protest what is happening right now this morning on access of lawyers in public offices. This DCI office is like the police station, it's like our law courts, and therefore we should be free to go in and go out as and how we wish. Thank you.
Mungetaka kusikiza kitu kwa Kiswahili?
Just a small comment.
Okay, so
my name is Monica Muthoni Ndongo.
Na mtazamaji, ni taarifa ambayo tunaifuatilia na tutakujuza katika taarifa zetu zijazo na hata kwenye mitandao yetu ya kijamii. Tuangazie mengine. Jamii ya Wapokomo katika eneo la